Okay, so all done with school for the day, and it is chest day. I had my chicken meal when I woke up, and I just had like 70 grams of Frosted Flakes. Mix that shit with water because I don't have any milk. Well, first of all, I don't use milk. And second of all, I don't have any protein shakes. So I just have that shit with straight water, which is kind of menacing, but it kind of tastes good. Like, honestly, I like it more with just water. Like some ice cold water in my cereal because you can taste like the corn and just straight sugar from like the cornflakes. So, nonetheless, we're going to get an absolutely crazy chest pump. Woke up feeling absolutely great this morning. Weighed 171.4. Yesterday I had a great day back on plan. Hit all my macros, all my protein, carbs, fats, whatever you want. So plan for chest today. Gonna hit some plate loaded chest press probably. Some pec flies. Actually today's push day, so I also have triceps and shoulders. So for triceps, gonna do some good old rope pull downs mixed with some like that bar push downs and maybe like single arm push downs, or I'll just do pull downs and just normal push downs. And then shoulders, I just keep it simple. Do lat raises on the shoulder machine. Probably do about 4 or 5 sets of those, and then we'll hit 4 or 5 sets of rear delts. And that will conclude the push day. I'm expecting a chest press PR today, to be honest. But we will just have to see how much weight we can push. Hopefully today we touch 2 plates in a 25, and that's the goal for at minimum like 7 reps, because probably 7 to 8 reps, and then I'll drop it down and hit a little bit more volume, like 8 to 10 reps. And yeah, so I got all my water in, half gallon so far, mixed with like 1 mug root beer, which, I was doing a little bit of taste testing on diet sodas, and the ongoing battle of A&W root beer versus mug root beer. Mug takes it 100% of the time. Definitely just has more of that flavor. In both diet, of course. So, yeah. Not much more is to be said. Let's get in the gym. Let's get a absolutely diabolical chest, tricep, and shoulder pump. I'll see you guys in the posing room. Okay, so that is lift down. Good little chest tries down for the count. I didn't end up hitting shoulders because I'm not gonna lie, when I pose down, it might just be the dog shit lighting, so I probably should hit them anyways. But I honestly forgot. But when I pose down, like, my shoulders are straight up shadowing my arms. Like, I don't know, I think my shoulders might be big enough, but I might just keep hitting them just until they get absolutely massive. And then, yeah, I ate 10 minutes of cardio because the good cardio bike was taken up. And yeah, it's fucking stupid. I actually hate how there's only one good cardio bike in there. But once I moved to my apartment, they have a cardio room on like the basement floor or first floor, and they have a seated bike I saw, so that will be nice because I can just go home, eat my food, or just honestly just go home, put everything in the room, and then go rip like 30 minutes, 20 minutes of cardio, whatever. Yeah. I also noticed every time I do cardio, like the subcutaneous like water that I'm holding is like gets fucking flushed out. So that's like a really good feeling on the bulk. And I also believe that I'm going to have to run my EQ doses a little bit higher than 2 to 1 to my test. So test, say I can work up to 600 test, I'd run my EQ at 300 normally, right? But due to my genetics, I think I might have to run my EQ at about 60% of my test instead of 50%. So I think I might only get up to 500 tests this bulk and then keep my EQ at 300, and that's about 60%. So it all depends on how I'm feeling, of course, and like based on the estrogen and water retention and everything like that. But I do believe that's going to be the case because Tanner Tattered, who is he said he's a very high aromatizer, meaning a lot of his extra testosterone aromatizes into estrogen, meaning he has higher estrogen and yeah, whatever. And I think I'm like decently high aromatizer, so I might run my EQ about 60%. So I also don't know because I could just have bad high estrogen side effects because I do get gyno and just really watery. So I guess that's just all to find out, you know? Self-coaching, honestly, is kind of sick. Like, I just control exactly how I want to fucking feel, how I look, everything. Like, yeah, I don't need a coach at least right now. And that's not me saying a coach isn't worth the money. So if I had the money, I would 1000% hire a coach because I mean, getting a coach, you're just going to be that much more locked in. You're going to be sending, check-ins, and just overall, it's nice to have a second opinion looking at your physique because when you see yourself every day, you can't always see the differences that are changing. Like me, for instance, I see myself every day in the mirror, and I can't even tell that I'm getting bigger or anything. Like, last bulk, I could barely even, I could tell I was getting bigger just because like the pumps but visually, I felt like I was staying the same. And some of that some of that is obviously body dysmorphia, but I feel like everybody has a form of body dysmorphia. Nobody's going to be happy with the way they look. And if they are, good for you. You're probably fucking jacked because I don't think I could be happy with the way I look unless I'm like 200 pounds lean, and then I'd be thinking, okay, I'm actually big. Because like I don't see myself as, honestly, I feel like I'm just at the same point as where I started when I was lifting. I feel like I've made zero gains. But I know I've made gains, like obviously I made gains. But I also don't feel like it. And that could just be I hold myself to a fucking standard and I want to get absolutely fucking huge. And not everybody really thinks of wanting to compete in 212 bodybuilding because you have to get actually fucking large. Like classic men's physique, that's all, ooh, I want to look pretty and shit. But I want to be an absolute fucking monster. Like, I want to be huge. And yeah, I want my physique to look as good as possible. But, I don't give a shit if I'm just a block, bro. Like, I want to be fucking huge. Imagine being and that's actually, like, achievable. Getting my pro card in 212, I know I can do that shit. I know I can, man. And that's fucking sick. Now, me competing in open, I don't necessarily know if I have the genetics for that. But, I mean, after 212 and I get my pro card, if I can continue to grow, shit, might just have to move up to open. Or stay at 212 and go for the Olympia, because that would be fucking sick. Literally just got a little bit of chills from just saying that. Imagine just being on the Olympia stage. That'd be a whole nother level of just endorphin rush. But first, we gotta just have a successful bulk here. We are a long ways away from that. Long ways. We are at least like 8 years away from that. Which is fine, because I enjoy like the whole process, like the whole eating everything, and just the grind is so awesome to me. And it honestly just helps me feel like just good in life. I just feel great. Feel like I have a purpose, you know? Like this morning I woke up at 7 o'clock, ripped a shower, had to go to school at 8, and I made my fucking chicken meal with rice, with cheese, with like the wraps, you know? I just got that shit cooking, and it felt good just eating fucking chicken in the morning, you know? I felt like an absolute unit. I felt ready to go. And that kind of like set my morning up, I'm not gonna lie. Like I was like, you know what? School ain't that bad. I mean, it fucking blows, don't get me wrong. Like that was the most boring thing in my life and the most pointless thing. And I honestly was thinking, how am I gonna tell my ma that I don't want to do this shit so then I can drop out? I was literally thinking that like multiple times in the middle of class today. But really, it's not worth it. And we already paid for this semester, so I might as well just fucking do it. But I mean, I'm gonna give it my best shot, you know? It's also hard because I missed last class, and this guy's like, oh yeah, I know you guys already did this recovering refrigerant and replacing refrigerant, and I've never done that. So I have no clue how to do that shit. I didn't get to go to last class because I failed the class that is required in order to get to the next class. So I'm just steps behind everybody. So I'm just in a fucking deeper hole. Like I wish they would have told me that the knowledge that you learn in last class that I wasn't even allowed to go to was going to be used in this next class. There's a lot of last and next classes, but try and just, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But without a doubt, that was a great chest day. I mean, my chest hasn't been that pumped in a very long time. I go like this, and I felt my whole chest, upper chest, just stretching. It was so sick. And man, those pec deck, like pec flies, those just hits on a whole nother level, dude. Like the stretch is just dirty, the contraction is just dirty. And honestly, if you can't feel chest movements, you just got to work on your mind muscle connection. So a lot of people probably just have dog shit mind muscle connection, and then they blame it on the machine, but really it's their fault. So just focus on using that muscle and drop the ego. You know, there's a lot of ego lifting that happens. And I'm not gonna lie, today for triceps, I put the weight at what I thought I could do, and I only hit that shit for 4, so I just didn't even count that set. Like that was embarrassing, because I do not want to be seen hitting a set of 4 reps. Like that is fucking pathetic. But yeah, anyhow. So I just forgot about that set and just did another one. Yeah. So tries were really, really nice and pumped. Chest, I hit a PR. I hit 2 plates and a quarter. So 2 plates and a 25, as I said earlier, for 7. Yeah, I hit it for 7. And then I went down to 2 plates, a 10 and a 5. And I hit that for 9. And then I went down to 2 plates and a 5 and hit that for another 9. So chest definitely getting stronger. I also hit, for the pec decks, I hit 200, 190, 180, and then that same 180 set I made into a drop set, so I went down to 150 right after I finished the set of failure at 180. And that just did it for me. That got me nice and stimulated, and I think that's going to give me some growth. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to head home, get some food in, get some water in. And as always, if you guys are watching this, I appreciate it. And last but not least, I'm going to calmly say this time, get your fucking lift in. Please. Thank you.